Yeah, welcome to Anita Vita Rise. All right, everybody, welcome. It's Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah, Anita Vita Rise. Yeah, Anita Vita Rise. Yeah, who can make it better? Anita Vita Rise. In all types of weather, Anita Vita Rise. Get you back together, Anita Vita Rise. Go send her a letter, Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah, yeah. Anita Vita Rise.
Welcome to Rise with Anita Vita. I am your host, Anita Vita, Master Medical Qigong teacher and healer. And I'm so grateful that you are here for another great episode where I'm featuring amazing women with beautiful stories to share their light and their story and amplify them to the world. So today I have a really beautiful guest. She has been a mentor of mine. She probably doesn't even know this. And in meeting her a few years ago, I just knew that she was someone really special, I should say. She is the chief visionary of Alba Legacy. She is the tailor, premium tailor, and VIP tailor to the stars, entertainers, and celebrities. And today I want you to get to know the story behind her legacy as well as her heart. So without further ado, I would love to welcome my dear soul sister, Jhoanna Alba, to the stage.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I am well, sister. How are you?
I'm super blessed. Thank you for having me on your show.
You're most welcome. Thank you for taking the time to be here and just sharing with us just all the amazing things that you're doing, as well as, you know, what it really took to get here. So in the theme of July being Thrive, how do you thrive in your life?
Well, ironically enough, we are actually having a charity fashion show on July 17th. In 8 or 9 days is the countdown. And it's actually called Rise and Thrive. And it's about, helping the community. We partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters. And what I decided to do was mentor 8 littles myself. And the age group is from 8 to 18, and they have the opportunity to design their own outfits and then actually wear them at the fashion show and walk down the runway in the outfits that they created alongside 2 celebrity clients each. So we're going to have players from the Rams that will attend our event that is supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. We have a couple guys from the Lakers, the Clippers, some of my veteran clients that I've been working with for over 15 years. So that's what keeps me motivated, and it's my passion project. So that's what we're working on right now.
What was the inspiration behind the fashion show?
I always wanted to do a fashion show with kids, with youth. And I started sewing when I was 6 years old. So imagine, I'm like, oh gosh, if I was in a fashion show when I was 6 years old, like how exciting and motivated and inspiring, that would be. So I really wanted to do that for these littles. That I chose 8 based on their bios. So, we have one that is suffering from mental health issues. We have a couple that, come from single parent homes that live below the poverty line. We have one that has a rare lung disease. So, I really chose you know, these kids, I interviewed them, so it really
Mm.
touched my heart, you know, getting to know these kids and being able to help them, you know, achieve, you know, something that is such as fashion and something that they want to get into. So if I'm that liaison to get them there, then you know, that's rewarding for me.
So as you interviewed these littles, what touched your heart? I mean, you know, because you were already creating the fashion show, and you know all the logistics of it, and then here they are in your studio. You
Yeah.
meet them in person, and I know that added just extra love, extra joy in the purpose behind you creating this for them.
It was quite emotional, to be honest. Like, it was that day because it was a full day. We started at 8 a.m. and ended at like 3:30 ish or 4. But you know, I spent a good hour with each little, and to get to know them and you know, understand their background. Their families were there. Some of their bigs attended. So just again to hear their story and for them to be so excited, like to see their excitement, you know, that was pretty incredible. So I'm really, it's going to be fun. You know, when they're going to do their fittings next week, their final fittings before they go, before the fashion show. So for them to see the final product is going to be something amazing.
I bet there will be a ton of tears because I know you were there as they picked out their fabric and even designed it. I didn't even know they were designing their own and sketched it out.
Yeah.
And I saw those beautiful photos that you posted on your Instagram. And I just can't wait to see. You have always been a huge inspiration to many women, including myself. And I just wanted to just really celebrate you. I know you're super humble with everything that you've achieved and you've created. And I know that it's because you have been following your God-given gift and your calling to serve. And I think you're one of the women I know who really just is in service. And I just wanted to celebrate you. And I thank you for that. I don't,
Thank you.
you know, and I think when women really get together and they recognize their God-given talents in each other, it just becomes this ripple effect, right? And amplifies what we can do together and so much more. And I know you're creating this event in collaboration with In Her Purpose.
Yes.
And I had
so
a chance.
Incredible.
Yeah, I had a chance to catch your live interview with them too. And it just affirms just how much you can't do anything by yourself. And to rise solo is crazy. I mean, I know that's possible, but why would you do that? Your impact would be greater doing it with other people.
Well, you know, they are such amazing women, Jen and Rose. They like I didn't think there was anybody out there that worked 24 hours like I do. Like literally we're emailing each other 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because, you know, obviously we have our 9 to 5s. You know, we're all entrepreneurs, but we still have to work and, you know, and provide for our family. But this is also our passion project. So yeah, we're up till like 1, 2 in the morning. It's like constant, you know, communication throughout the day. It's a big production. You know, we it'll be 6 weeks that we planned this event, and this is it's almost sold out. We've sold,
Yay!
yeah. There so far we have 250 guests, and the capacity is 300. So there's only, you know, 50 seats left, and we have a week to go. But it's everything that is attached to what we're doing is just, I couldn't do it alone. They are so incredible. We're such a great team, and we're doing it for the greater cause. So I love them.
They're amazing. I can't wait to have them on my show too, to share their story. And, you know, I know you excel in your business. So in being in business for over 25 plus years, what has been your greatest lesson or one of your greatest lessons?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. One of my lessons, um, this is my third company. I don't know if you know this. So I had a prior company before this that was, my heart and soul for 13 years. Alba has been in existence for 10 years now. And, I learned more of like the business aspect of being an entrepreneur. Like I know I'm a designer, I can do, I can sew, I can do all these things, but I never really educated myself on the back end of the business. So, I always tell entrepreneurs that you really, really have to educate yourself and get a good lawyer, get a good accountant, get a good team. So that's why I've been, around for as long as I have, is because I do have that support system, and but I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes I didn't have options. When you have business partners or whatnot that you're not aligned with them, it gets difficult. So you have to, if you're going to have a partner, you have to find partners that you're equally yoked and you're aligned and you have the same vision and the same purpose. So that's really important. That's what I've learned.
Wow, I can't even imagine, all those intricacies of what you have to go through. And it sounds like you're learning as you go. There's no one-time manual to tell you this is how you do it. And you're sharing, I learned it the hard way. And as much as we want to not do it the hard way, sometimes you're led to that so that you can actually learn it for you. Because I know we all learn in different facets and in different ways. And I know, and even now you can probably speak to, like, you're still going through struggles.
Absolutely.
There isn't just, right? There's, and that you got to course correct.
Breathe.
All the time.
Breathe.
Yeah.
It's in God's hands, like we always say. But it's one of the things too, when you're in a situation where when you have clients that happen to be celebrities or whatnot, I have to be careful who I let in because of, people with ulterior motives and whatnot. And in the past, I'm a yes girl, like whatever you need. But now what I do, instead of saying yes right away, I process the situation. I think about it instead of, just like, hey, yeah, whatever you need. I always say, let me get back to you. Let me process our conversation. And then, and then I'll get back to you instead of making like like quick decisions. So I've learned to be patient. And with being patient, I've learned how to be calm and have peace and breathe. And I think at the end of the day, that's what God wants. So that's where I'm at.
I do notice that you have so much grace under fire. So for anyone who's watching, I've had the honor to hang out with Jhoanna, get to know her. And this woman, something's always happening with her phone. Like there's something always happening. And then she's just so chill about it. Like she does it so nonchalant. And I know that took a lot of practice. Mm-hmm. And again, in recognizing all of your achievements, it wasn't easy, like your life and what you had to go through and what you had to learn to be where you are now. So in reflecting on the 20 plus years, what would you say, if you can pinpoint this, was the defining moment of, your mantra of, it's in God's hands, Anita, I'm gonna let it be.
Yeah.
I'm at peace.
Right. Well, when I left my previous company, that was a struggle. And I don't think I've ever been in such a bad situation in my life where, see, you're going to make me cry.
Oh, girl, I got you. Tissue. You got your tissue?
Yeah, I was just in a bad place. When I decided to leave my old company because, like I said, we weren't equally yoked. We didn't have the same vision. We didn't have the same um, just purpose. So that was a really difficult decision for me to have made, and it got so bad. It got really ugly, and I won't, you know, get into the all the deep issues, but it was a really bad time for me. So now I just look back and I'm thankful for that because God released me from it. So I am now, if God got me through that, then I'm good. So that's why I say it's always in God's hands. There's nothing you can do that you can't, you can't control certain things, but I always say with persecution comes blessings. So God got me out of that situation because it wasn't for me any longer. And now I'm in like a better place. So that's how I'm able to cope and just look back and thank God that I went through the fire. But another one of my favorite sayings is it's not the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the light that guides you. So, yeah, I will never be in that situation ever again. So I'm just thankful for that.
What a powerful lesson to learn. And even in you saying it's the light that guides you, because that means you have to be willing to look at the light and be focused on it.
Right.
And you have been. And wow, what a story. What a story.
Alba.
So for those of us who are listening, what's that?
Well, I was going to share, and that's how like Alba came about, because Alba is my last name. Alba is the name of my company, but I didn't want it to be about me. So we came up with, what it stands for. And it is a light beyond appearance. So even though we're here dressing people and, for the Grammys and for, the drafts and all this stuff, it's really getting to know that person and building relationships with them that's a lifetime, that lasts a lifetime. So that's really what our company is about.
I love that you touched on and highlighted relationships, because in getting to know you, I can see how nurturing relationships is really the backbone of the success behind your business, the success behind your life, whatever that, that means to you. And it's such a beautiful reflection. And, what have you learned along the way as you nurtured your relationships now, or nurturing your relationships now?
Yeah, it's just like you and I, it's just authentic, just being genuine. And again, going back to what I was saying earlier, as far as, be careful who you bring into your life, because people do have ulterior motives. So, but the ones like you and I can't believe we've been friends for 2 years. Like time just flew by, but it's the genuine people that have, that support you, that want nothing but the best for you, that want to see you succeed and grow and thrive and rise, and and that's what it's all about. So you just have to, it's okay to let go of people that are toxic. And I always say this to everybody, and I use this, and my mentor said, delete 10 people from your phone every day. And when you do that, you'd be surprised what God brings to the table. When you get rid of those toxic people in your life, he blesses you with an abundance of better, relationships and more blessings and better friendships and whatnot. So yeah, don't be afraid to delete.
When you shared that strategy, I actually started doing it. I think I'm only in the D's, but it was just such an interesting practice. Like, whoa, she's right about, really just making space and deleting and letting go, right? Because sometimes we hold on to it, and that's such a scarcity mindset, right? Like, I need to hold on to this person, or I have to have them in here.
Right.
And then what's the intention, right? Like, why? What's the purpose? So it's a powerful practice. I encourage you, whoever's listening, to do that. It's been quite a ride. And I think around the time I did it, we started connecting more, and other women. I was connecting with just other people too.
Yeah, but you know, it also gives you an opportunity when you go. I never stop. So, you know, I'm doing where I delete 10, and then I call. You know, so it gives you. That's how I keep in touch with my clients, because I go through A through Z through my phone, and like even with the fashion show coming up, I'm only on my J's.
Right.
So I have like K through Z left to like call people, but reach out to them just to see how they're doing. You know, not only invite them to our event, but how are you? Like, how's it going? You know, what are you up to? So I'll delete 10 and then, you know, reach out to as many as I could. So yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, authentic connection.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Checking in. Check in. That's just,
Good.
even whether it's a text or it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out call, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's something to remember to do, especially now.
I do it every day. Every day. It's just an ongoing, you know, process, because it's important. It's important. So yeah, and that's exactly what I say on the text. Hey, thinking about you, just checking in, hope all is well. And that gives them the opportunity to respond. And, you know, and it's not always about clothes, like, hey, we have a new collection. You know, it's not about that. I let them, if they need anything, they'll be like, oh, I'm glad you called. By the way, I need 10 outfits, you know? So, but that's how I work. That's how I work.
Yeah. With the fashion show upon us that I'm so excited to attend, I'm wondering, what's next after that? What's next for you? What is your next one big thing that you want to accomplish? Because I know that has been a dream of yours, and that to have littles come, you know, to do your, you know, to be in your fashion show. What's next?
Well, believe it or not, we're booked until October. So right after the fashion show, literally the next week, we are dressing the rookies for the NBA draft in New York. So we'll be out there for that. As soon as we get back from the NBA draft, we go straight into football, NFL football season. So we visit all the teams, 32 teams across the country. And we're set up at the facilities, and we get the football players ready for the season. So right after we get back on Friday, after the NBA draft, Monday, we start hitting up all the teams. So we're going to be really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy. Good.
So good. So good. And other opportunities have arrived, you know. So I just filmed I wasn't in the commercial, but there's a commercial right now. I was in Miami a couple weeks ago with Bam Adebayo. He plays for the Miami Heat, and Jimmy Butler. It is so funny. It's actually promoting the Jungle Cruise movie with the Rock.
Yeah.
So I was able to be on set and dress Bam for the commercial. So you have to look out for it, because they're playing it throughout and at NBA finals. So look out for that.
Nice. We'll do. We'll do, sis. What would you say would be, for somebody who's watching this and listening to you, and especially when they want to, you know, really thrive in their mental health, in their relationships, maybe they desire a business too, what would you say to them?
Believe in yourself, and, you know, don't give up. Get a lot of sleep. You know, you have to stay focused, and just, you know, if you're really passionate about it, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Look at you, so pretty.
My kimono collection. I went through this whole kimono stage. because I collect them. I collect kimonos. I have probably over 150.
Oh,
And
wow.
I have vintage kimonos everywhere I go, around the world. Like Japan, I was in Japan 2 years ago, so I got some authentic kimonos from there. But yeah, I collect them. I love that.
It's so cute.
unique.
It's like, so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unique. You could dress it up, dress it down, but like the traditional ones and like the workmanship involved, it's just amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you wearing your own kimono? Your kimono, is that your own piece? What's that?
I know, I'm wearing one today, actually.
How pretty. I love. I can't wait to get mine.
I know.
I'm going to see you at your shop.
Yes.
So how can we support you? Where can we find you? And yeah, with all that you're going on, like with everything that you're doing, rather.
So, yeah, just follow us at Alba Legacy. You know, it's real time. You'll get all the updates for the events coming up. And yeah, Alba Legacy. Come to LA. Come see me. Come visit.
And come to the event. There's still tickets left. January 17th.
Yes, get it now. It guarantees sold out. Yeah, we have. And that's another thing. You know, the celebrities that are modeling in the show.
Yeah.
It was so heartwarming for them to be like, yes, I'm down, I'm there, like without any hesitation, you know. So it's so incredible to bring all these communities together, from basketball to football to actors to actresses, and then all of us, you know, in one space. It's going to be beautiful.
Can you share a little bit about that? You know, because we shared that the littles will be there. They'll be walking down the runway. And, you know, what else is that event offering?
Actually, so Cece and Byron Scott, you know, ex-NBA player and coach for the Lakers, and now turned entrepreneur, him and his wife, we're actually going to have a panel before the show. So the agenda is incredible. It's nonstop, just entertainment. So we have the Philharmonic joining us.
Nice.
Yeah, I love them. I love Pitch Perfect too. Like, I just love them. So we have a DJ Sophia. She's 13 years old. She's been DJing since she's 2. She's going to be our host. So it's really, you know, great to just kind of pass the mic to these young kids that really want to do something with themselves. So DJ Sophia, I love her. She's flying from Delaware. She's flying out from Delaware, her and her parents. We have the panel with Byron C.C. Scott. And then, and then we have vendors. We have 12 vendors. So it's just the outpour of support. It's been so incredible. We have, CC has her 2 companies, My Protect Kit and Fashion Meets Protection. So she can showcase her new shop and whatnot. And yeah, just so many vendors. We have some financial planners that are visiting us, so to educate, you know, people that are there. It's just a lot. It's a long. You just have to come.
Yes, and I wanted you to share that. And what a beautiful, like, jam-packed day that's going to inspire all of us who will be there. I know I will be.
Yeah.
And that's so exciting. And I'm just so excited for you, sis. And I can't wait.
Thank
you. I'm so grateful that you're here and you got to share your story and you got to inspire so many of us who's listening and watching from all over the world. And I thank you.
Thank you too.
Appreciate you, sis.
Appreciate you more.
We didn't cry. Well, almost. Almost. But there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with crying.
No, I'm the biggest crybaby. I think I'm holding it for July 17th. It's going to be an emotional day. It's going to be so emotional. Pixie is coming to do all the kids' hair and makeup. Yeah, I love Colleen. And again, like the amount of support and people donating their time and donating, you know, their finances. it's incredible. We have sponsors like the Lakers. They're sponsoring the event. We have like new entrepreneurs that really want to, just support and give back. So that's what it's all about.
Definitely. That is all what it's all about. And how much do you guys want to raise for your charity?
$100,000.
How far are we?
We're about, I think we're at almost 58. So we're halfway.
Wow.
We're halfway. So yeah, if you can donate, go to Alba Legacy's bio and, or in her purpose, anything, everything, it could be $5, $10. I mean, it all matters. It's to help support these kids. It's really important.
Wonderful, sis.
Yeah, if you can't come, please donate. It's
Yeah.
tax deductible.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, especially for those who aren't in LA or who have something already going on, that you are still open to receive donations. Because I would love to see you hit that 100,000 or greater.
Yeah. Yes, we're going big. We're going big, for the greater good.
Yeah, for the littles, for the kids, because
mm-hmm.
that's their legacy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna do some pledges after the fashion show with Big Brothers Big Sisters. We have some surprise, gifts and things like that. So yeah, I think I know we're gonna do it. I'm manifesting that. We are definitely gonna raise that. We have 9 days left. So help.
Yes. So that's another way we can also support you. So we will donate, we will buy our tickets, we will go to the event and follow you, because I know you have so many more events happening and that you are always collaborating with others to help support other charities, because you just have such a big heart and, a heart of service. And yeah, I'm just so happy that you're able to be here to share.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you guys for coming to listen in to Jhoanna. I'm so grateful and thankful that you're here to, again, hear her story, to support her, and if you know anybody, please share her message, share her business, her Instagram, follow her, be inspired, and also, just always tune in every week to be inspired by every woman that I bring over on here. Because as always, I root for your rise, as we do for each other. Yay! Love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Love you too. Can't wait to see you next week.
Yes, I'm going to hug you in person again.
Yay!
And I just saw you a few weeks ago, but that's okay.
I know.
So grateful. Thank you. Bye.
I need to be the right.